Welcome into the Lifetime Activity Center here on the campus of Layton Christian Academy for KSL Sports Rewind's Game of the Week. As the Layton Christian Academy Eagles prepare to host the Timpview Thunderbirds. Thank you for joining us, everyone. My name is Dane Stewart. Excited to bring you this game here tonight on KSLSports.com. Between two of the best teams in the state, Timpview comes in 16-1 on the year, 5-0 in region play. But this is a non-region contest for the hopeful state title contenders eventually in 5A, led by the duo of Dean Ruckert and Will Openshaw, each averaging near 20 a game. 21 for Dean, 14, my apologies for Dean, or for Will Openshaw, my apologies, I can't read my own handwriting. But the duo's been fantastic. Future teammates at BYU, and they continue to lead Timpview on this fantastic start of the year. Great support scoring with Mason Ford, Lincoln Holcomb, who's coming off a 23-point effort in their win over Maple Mountain. This Timpview team can really score, and they can really defend. They're going to have to defend here today against Layton Christian Academy because this team is loaded as well for Coach Casey Stanley. A national team, they play a national schedule. They sprinkle in top teams in the state of Utah. That's why we're here tonight for this premier matchup. But Layton Christian comes in 16-3 on the year, coming off a nice win over Judge, and they have great balance across their roster, including Gabe Solarski, averaging 15 per game. Love the game that he brings for these Layton Christian Academy Eagles. Omar Moafak, including Yus Dalgard. You'll love watching this senior guard. There's a lot of length for this Layton Christian Academy team. Cannot wait to see them here tonight match up against the length of Timpview. It's Layton Christian and Timpview set to tip off here on KSL Sports Rewind's Game of the Week. Layton Christian in the home whites, Timpview in the road blues. As we want to remind you, the clock you see on your screen unofficial. At times we start it early, stop it late, do our best to keep it synced with the official clock here in the gym. Let's have some fun on this Tuesday evening as the opening tip controlled by Timpview. This is Mason Ford, talked about him before. You see, boy, the defense there suffocating early. Dean Ruckert coming to midcourt, will give back to Ford. Mason trying to split the D there, will pull here from 12. That shot offline, and the rebound tracked down by Abdashev as the Eagles here bringing it up the floor. Here is Dalgard. He'll swing this over to Gabe Solarski. Gabe there handing off to Abdashev. That shot won't go. The rebound brought down by Lincoln Holcomb. Mentioned Holcomb's nice offensive game last week. That win over Maple. As here is Dean Ruckert working in the block. Will send out Mason Ford for three. That shot won't go. And Dalgard here is fouled on the loose ball, as this will be called on Jackson Palmer, first on the senior for Coach Brad Kitchen. First year for Coach Kitchen at Timpview. Been great at keeping this program as one of the more respectable, more successful programs in 5A. They've been fantastic this year. That lone loss came in a tournament against out-of-state team as that take would not go. Batted around here, and a foul going to be called on the interior. As this will be the second team foul here on the T-Birds and the second on Jackson Palmer. As substitution to the table, Cooper Cleveland, another senior, set to check in here, but it'll be Roman Abdashev here to the line for the Eagles as his first free throw. Good. Substitution made. Talk about this Timpview team and the defense. We saw them against Orem. The defense is really, boy, just tight. As that one rimmed out, rebounded by Openshaw, and Palmer's one of the guys who adds on the defensive end. As the take here by Holcomb is strong off the window, and now this is Dalgard quickly. It's Eric Solarski, my apologies. That rimmed out, and Dean Ruckert here handing over to Ford. As Timpview looking to push it here again. Minute and a half into this first quarter in the block. Openshaw to the rack and scored. Nice take there by Will. 6'10 senior. He'll use his athleticism in the block. Coach Kitchen raves about his continuing development. Thinks his best ball still ahead of him. As that pass trying to get to the cutter. Could not connect. Timpview here with the possession. Holcomb sends over to Dean inside. Ruckert kick out. Ford now on the drive. Tough take for Mason. That came off the front of the rim. Layton Christian pushing Abdashev, dribbled it off his knee. It'll be back to Timpview is a little clock malfunction there. Our apologies. We'll get that fixed for you. 5:53 to go here in our opening quarter. Layton Christian with a little bit of pressure. As Ford bringing this ahead. Ruckert catch and shoot here. Strong on the take. Dalgard trying to step around. Boy, that's a tough angle. Would not go. Holcomb works inside, and foul here going to go on Solarski. And Gabe couldn't really establish himself in good defensive position. Called for the push there. As substitutions here coming to the table for Coach Stanley will include senior Omar Moafak as well as Aguabor. Very senior heavy roster for Coach Stanley here at Layton Christian Academy. Aguabor, one of the few juniors, as this will stay here. LCA thought that they were petitioning be called out off of Timpview. Not the case. Holcomb works back over to Ford. Now Ruckert. You see the defensive assignment there by Inichich. Is a foul called here. Will be the first on Nicola. So each side here with a pair of team fouls in this opening quarter. Ruckert looking to drive, taking contact there off the window and scored. Nice take there by Dean. I really feel like he's become a really solid finisher. This is his senior year. As Timpview continuing to pressure here. Solarski worked over with Morsevich. And he walked with it. Turnover called on LCA. That length of Timpview, folks, it is a problem. We saw Orem earlier this year. Timpview doubled them up. And that defense doing similar kinds of things to the Tigers as it's done in this opening minute. Is Moafak here going to be called for the foul? That'll be his first, the third team foul, and this will be a shooting foul. So a pair of free throws now coming up for the T-Birds. As this will be Cooper Cleveland to the line to take a pair. The first one up and good. One more here. Substitutions coming on for LCA. Zabuda will check in for the first time tonight. Used Dalgard back on the floor for the Eagles. One more free throw here for Cleveland. 2 for 2. Good start here for Timpview. Continuing with that pressure. Moafak tried to get him the basketball out off the leg of Mason Ford. BLCA ball underneath. Off the screen, looking inside, Aguabor. Boyfoot was on the line. Yep, the official was right there, saw it. Nice job by Timpview there, really taking away a lot of the space they were trying to free up for the big man. As LCA continuing here in that pressure. Ford. Work this over. Ruckert off the screen, driving. Boy, I don't know how he got that shot away. A couple of LCA Eagles got hands on the basketball as Timpview able to get back down, and Moafak through the lane. Going to be fouled here. Cleveland going to be called for his first personal. This game, the early minutes, it feels like there's a physicality here early on. Really both these two teams, you saw LCA, I thought maybe some contact as that ball was brought up the floor. Played through that one as Omar making his first free throw, has one more here. Able to make them both. LCA, 3 points all coming from the line here in this opening few minutes is Roman Avdashev back on the floor here for the Eagles. Pair of 10s here. Ford working on Dalgard. Goes to Openshaw. Holcomb trying to free up a little space in the lane. That took a fortunate bounce over to Cleveland. Ruckert, defended by Moafak, works inside, kick out, Holcomb for three. First three of the game, it's hit by the visitors. Lincoln Holcomb able to knock it down as got a delay warning here. How about that shot by Lincoln? You saw him give himself a little pep talk after that made three. As Taj Taylor now will check in for Timpview. Great start here for the T-Birds, 9-3. This LCA team can score. We've seen them in a couple games this year that we've done have double-digit leads against some of the best in the state. Avdashev to the rim, count the bucket. Roman Avdashev takes on that Timpview defense and finds success. An and one opportunity coming up for the junior. Boy, that got the LCA faithful on their stands and chanting, cheering here for the first time tonight as Avdashev converts on the three-point play. Just what LCA needed. Avdashev in the starting lineup tonight. 4 early points here to lead the way for the Eagles as Holcomb gets across the timeline, dealing with use there defensively. Ruckert sends over, open look. This three, no, short, and the rebound goes to Zabuda. LCA up the floor, and oh boy, Omar just walked with it. That little pump fake on the three, that's a shot he can make. Saw that lane open up, wanted to put it on the floor, and called here for the travel. And substitutions here for both sides. The sophomore Jackson Ford is checked in for Timpview. Meanwhile, for LCA, Morisevich here, who's defending here, is checked back in. So is this man, Nikola Janicic. Cleveland kicks out, open look for Taylor. Taj Taylor with the answer for Timpview, hitting his first field goal tonight. It's a triple, and the lead back to 6. Solarski working inside, and Dalgard, boy, was trying to size up where the defense was, preparing to make his move, lost that one out of play. As Omar will check back in here for the Eagles. Cleveland, right down the lane, to the rim. No, that wouldn't go. Rebound by Avdashev. Nikola, turn to the defense there, gives here. Moafak from the junction, no. Shot just a touch strong is Taj Taylor coming up with the board. Jackson goes back to Ruckert. Looking for a step on the drive off the window. No, couldn't get his own miss. And then Jackson Ford here going to be called on the foul. Fifth team foul, yeah. So a pair of free throws coming up here for Layton Christian is Morisevich to the line. And LCA will be shooting free throws for the remainder of this opening quarter. As the first one here, good. Substitution for the Eagles. Zabuda checking back in. And as you can tell, a lot of depth. This LCA team, they'll bring guys in frequently, trying to keep guys fresh. 8 points now for LCA, 6 of them from the line. Just the one made field goal, and it was the dunk by Abdishev in this opening quarter. Mason Ford back on here, running point for Coach Kitchen. Ruckert looking inside, defended well by Abdishev. They'll go far side. Here's Openshaw. Trying to work in the lane, pulls up, and hits. I didn't know if he was going to get that bounce or not. 4 for Will, as we're inside the final minute of this opening frame. Straight away 3 on the way, no. And a loose ball, no, that hit the support, my apologies. So no foul there. Hitting the support of the backboard will give it back over here to Timpview. Kick to the corner for Taylor. His second 3 of the game. Taj Taylor dialing up another one. How about 3 made threes for Timpview? They come from Taj Taylor and Lincoln Holcomb, and a timeout taken as it's 17-8. What a start for the visitors of Timpview.
One of those long days working on your feet? Turn your aching feet to happy feet at Salt Lake Running Company. Our award-winning trained staff will provide a custom shoe fitting that will help you find the shoes, inserts, and socks that will make your workday the best it can be. Locally owned and operated for 30 years, SLRC offers rewards, training groups, races, and free community events. Visit us in-store or online today at slrc.com. Your work feet and workout life will get a boost.
Welcome back here. Eagles Nest at LCA. Worked over Abdishev. He'll get that shot up quickly, score it. Nice find there from Solarski. 6 now for Abdishev. Shot clock turned off here for these final 18 seconds. Ford defended by Morisevich. Worked over to Ruckert. Oh, what a find. As the heave will be short, and Timpview, the efficiency we've seen from them this year continues. They lead LCA 19-10 at the end of the first. You're watching KSL Sports Rewind's Game of the Week, presented by Tab Bank.
With a Tab Spend checking account, you earn big rewards. It's hard to not make a scene.
Cash or card?
Oh, my card's right here.
That's a big card.
You should see how much it's earned me. Sorry, Grandma. Tab Spend isn't just another checking account. It's packed with benefits.
How do I get one?
Just scan this QR code or go to tabbank.com. It's all online and super easy to get started.
To dare mighty things means to embrace challenges. It means to welcome a high-energy culture that prioritizes belonging. To dare mighty things means drawing inspiration from experienced faculty and alums who encourage you to think big. It means to be a part of time-honored traditions while also forging new ones. To dare mighty things means celebrating your achievements with pride and joy, knowing you can make a difference by daring to be great. Join us at the Huntsman School of Business, where we dare mighty things. That's the Huntsman difference.
Start of our second quarter. 19-10, the advantage for Timpview. Your unofficial scoring leaders at the end of the first, 7 for Lincoln Holcomb. Nope, 3 for Lincoln Holcomb, I'm sorry. 4 for Dean Ruckert. 6 for Taj Taylor. 4 for Will Openshot, 2 for Cooper Cleveland. It's our random Tuesday action going on for you. Meanwhile, for LCA, Roman Abdashev with 6, 2 for Omar and Morisevich. 19-10, the advantage as Omar here will attack, gets to the lane, gets the shot up and scores. Nice take there by Moafak as the senior now with 4. You need him to get going, that'll help. Here's Omar in the open floor and the flush, one-handed by Omar Moafak. What a way to start this second quarter, back-to-back buckets, and it's a 2-possession game. On the take, Holcomb with the answer and the foul. What a take, as this is going to be Solarski called for his second. How about the drive there by Lincoln Holcomb? Boy, Timpview has not been shy at all. They've been aggressive. We mentioned that earlier, and they've continued with that aggressive play going right to the rim here. Was Holcomb rewarded and able to convert on the three-point play. He's got 6 as the lead now back to 8. Tracked down here by Morisevich. Solarski, he'll go right through the paint. No. This one taken back. Hands over to Gabe. There you go. Defense into offense as Solarski scoring his first points tonight off the turnover. Here's Ruckert for 3. Dean Ruckert. There he is, folks. 7 now for Dean. We talk about he is really good beyond the arc. 43% on the season for Dean Ruckert from long range. Mix that in with 48% from the floor, and you've got yourself a score. It's what Timpview's had every year he's been there at Timpview. Is, boy, tough turnaround there by Omar. Would not go. Abdashev, patience. Wouldn't get the putback to go, and Ruckert comes away with the board. Over to Ford. Mason here looking to drive. Nice job there by Morisevich. He'll maintain his defensive positioning as Ford ran out of room. Open shot, couldn't get the block established. Abdashev did a nice job. Ford the long 3, no. Solarski coming in for the board. Pushing tempo. Gabe will pick up and fouled here. You saw the swat come there by Holcomb as Lincoln called here for the personal. They call this on the shot. So Solarski stepping up to the line. We'll have one more. Gabe's a good free throw shooter. That's that one. Can tell he was frustrated with himself. He's got one more here. No. The surprising misses there by Gabe. And Ruckert fouled on the shot. Boy, Dean gonna step to the line here for 3. Boy, LCA, kind of a rare miscue there. I actually had an open Timpview player in the corner. It was Taylor. The defense just couldn't quite get settled, and then the closeout on Dean into the body will send him to the line here for 3. As he makes the first. Ooh, that one's short. Substitution, Omar will come off the floor as Nikola Janicic steps back on here. Two for 3 for Ruckert. Pushes it to the largest lead of the game here at 11. 9 now for Dean. to lead all scorers. Agobor gets this back over to Solarski, working baseline. That pass couldn't be handled. LCA turns it over. It's back to Timpview. Five minutes to play here in this opening half. A zone look here by the Eagles. Timpview trying to stretch that forward for three, just rimmed out. LCA pushing it, looking up ahead there for Dalgard, and that deflected out by Taylor, who was racing back defensively for the T-Birds. We talk about this Timpview team. Their offense, their defense, just so complete, and the length and shooting ability. Tough matchup for any team as Dalgard gets the switch. Down the lane, Openshaw with the rejection. Boy, look at that defense by Cleveland. Baseline J is good. Nice step back there. Janicic. That was a pretty looking shot from Nicola, who scores his first bucket tonight. Dean gets fouled. Boy, Agobor thought he went straight up. Official there calling the contact. It'll be, I believe, his first. Second team foul will send, third team foul will send Dean back to the free throw line here for Timpview. As Avdashev and Solarski both checking back in here for LCA. Two for two for Ruckert. Puts him in double figures here midway to go in this second quarter. Solarski right down the lane. The putback is scored. Oh, Ruckert with space, just missed it. Omar came in for the rebound. Trying to deal around Timpview. A little wraparound shot. No, Openshaw with the board. Jackson Ford hands off. Here's Will. Avdashev there defending. Hard off the rim. That ball loose. Omar couldn't bring it down as he was losing his balance. Coach Stanley thought maybe contact. Drive down the lane by Cleveland. Off the glass, yeah. We talk about they've let them play here. As you see Solarski here having to deal with Taylor. Used. Giving back to Gabe, and there's going to be the foul called on Jackson Ford. This will be his second. His little raspberry moment there. Substitutions here for Timpview. Mason Ford back in, as is Jackson Palmer. Got saddled with that second personal early in the first. Has been out here for 8+ minutes. And Lincoln Holcomb back on the floor. Starters in here for Coach Kitchen. Solarski gives out. Omar straight away. His three, no. Ball batted around, and that's out of bounds. It will be Timpview basketball. LCA bench thought that Timpview was the last to touch. It was hard to tell from our angle. Could understand why they thought that. Official there saw that differently. Rukert gets it back. Dean's three won't go. Abdishev with the rebound. Dalgard trying to push. Up with Omar. That baseline taken away. Skips out. Morsevich kept that pivot. Turnaround good. Excuse me, that was Janicic. That was Nikola on the shot. My apologies. In the corner, Dean makes the defender fly by. Hits the open look. Dean with his second three here of this second quarter. As we're inside 2 to go here in this first half. Solarski, he'll pull just inside the line and hit it. Nice take there by Gabe. He's got 4. Mentioned average 15 coming in. Been a tough shooting night in this first half for Gabe. That's a couple free throws, a couple other looks. Good to see that one go down. Still in the zone here. Is that knocked out by the hand of Janicic? And now Zabuda checking back in. A little clarification here at the table by our officials as we hold on here. 90 seconds to go in this opening half. Timpview is led for the duration. Been double figures for a majority of this second quarter. Looks like we got everything squared away here. The lob for Dean is too tall. Timpview with a rare turnover in this first half. High post here. Zabuda works inside and a foul called. This will go on Holcomb. That'll be his second. As you saw Solarski being patient there, trying to get that defender in the air. The timing was read well by Holcomb, but contact there on the attempted block will send Gabe Solarski here back to the free throw line. Pair here for Gabe. Boy, another one as Taj Taylor going to check in for Timpview. One for 2. Ford works to the corner for Taylor. No, batted out. Mason able to track it down. Cleveland now from the same corner. No, and the backside board gathered by Zabuda. Would be big if LCA could get a bucket here. Here's Dalgard. 30 seconds to go. Gabe, hands off. Dalgard, no, denied by open shot. Tried to save it, and that is out off Timpview. That should have reset. No. There's not possession. My apologies. 9 seconds left on the shot clock here. Abdishev works back to Gabe and scores it. Boy, that's a nice take by Solarski. He's got 7, all of them here in this second quarter. 10 seconds left in this first half. Cleveland thought about it, works to open shot. Double teamed, will kick out. Ford will take the 3. Won't go, and that will do it for the opening half. 34-27, the lead for the T-Birds. As you're watching KSL Sports Rewind's Game of the Week, presented by Tab Bank on KSLSports.com.
Welcome back to the UCCU Savings Spotlight.
Today's play of the day goes to Becky, a single mom who just got her son Max a youth debit card from UCCU.
This is a big win for Max, who knows that UCCU mobile banking makes it easy for his mom to add money to his debit card anytime.
It's also a big win for Becky, who knows it also makes it easy to monitor her child's spending anytime. Final score, 1 happy son, 1 responsible mom.
With the assist from UCCU.
Getting ready to start our second half here from the Christian Life Center at Layton Christian Academy. 34-27, LCA leading, Timpview leading LCA, my apologies. Got distracted there as, boy, what a first half for Timpview. Your unofficial scoring leaders, 14 for Dean Ruckert, 6 for Taylor, 6 for Holcomb, 4 for Openshaw and Cleveland to round it out. Meanwhile, for LCA, had a nice spurt in that second half, particularly late. See if they can get things going. It did miss a bucket for LCA, so there's 2 points that I'm just not quite on, but the scoring that I have, 7 for Solarski, 6 for both Omar and Abdashev, and then a pair for Morisevich. Again, there's 2 that goes to a player. I don't have the number on, so my apologies, but 7-point contest. Closest LCA has been since maybe the waning moments of that first quarter as Ruckert here works back over with Palmer. He's playing with the 2. Holcomb has 2, as does Jackson Ford. Ruckert here, good defense there by Dalgard, and we've got a foul called here. This will be on Nikola Janicic. Picked up his second. Gabe also playing with 2, according to my notes. Openshaw. We'll hand off here to Ford. He'll take the lane. No, won't hit it. You can see LCA now very keen to where these Timpview defenders are, always looking around them, trying to measure, make sure they don't get pickpocketed. As he's got a foul here. Ruckert, those hands came out. Going to be called here, I believe his first. That's everything you got to love about Dean Ruckert. Man, he does not commit a lot of fouls. Openshaw doesn't have any either. Here's Solarski. Worked off the screen there of Abdashev. Little step back 3 is good. Boy, big 3 there from Morisevich. And it's a 2-possession ball game. Step around, and what a play there. Inside by Abdashev, hand on the basketball on the take by Palmer. The dual possession, arrow pointed to LCA. They'll get it back and a chance to make it a 1-possession game here. The way that first half was kind of winding down, you kind of had a sense, hey, LCA, just get to the locker room, get a chance to get back, kind of work on a couple of things, reset the mind frame. Good start here for the Eagles. Off the roll, and Abdashev too strong. Taken here by Holcomb. He's looking up for Ford. That pass was a touch in front of him as Timpview will turn it back over. Good possession there for the T-Birds. Janicic. Goes to Dalgard. He hands off to Abdashev. Couple Timpview defenders there, gonna come around and score off the window. Roman Abdashev with his first bucket since those 6 points in the first quarter. It's a 2-point game. Palmer works this out. Ruckert trying to work baseline. A little reverse there by Dean. Nice take by the future Cougar. Solarski, offensive foul. An illegal screen there on Abdashev will be his first personal. We'll give it back here to Timpview. Ruckert ran out of room. Able to find Palmer. He'll pull from 15. Jackson Palmer. A little mid-range J there. His first bucket tonight. Not just 6 a game, but boy, he can have nights where he can be an offensive problem. And we got a foul here. The offensive foul. And Solarski will have to come off the floor here. I think that's his third. Stanley having a conversation with him. Timpview basketball. Back to a 6-point lead. Here's Ruckert. Worked around, enough room for a three, that just won't go. Ruker gets the offensive board, the putback won't go, and Abdushev trying to secure it, has help, that is out. And last touch by Timpview, it'll be LCA basketball. Well, how about Ruckert sailing in for that offensive board? There were 2 or 3 LCA players right around him. Didn't prevent Dean from getting it. I know he missed the second opportunity, but man, the hustle's certainly been there by Timpview tonight. Here's Omar trying to work on Ruckert. Ruckert has those hands in there and dual possession. And Arrow now giving it back to Timpview. Nice defensive play by Ruckert. Wait for that opportunity. Omar trying to make that turn. Palmer working inside, Openshaw. Trying to split through, a foul called here. This will go on Omar, I believe his second. Third team foul on the Eagles in this third quarter. Openshaw working up for Dean. Ruckert will take this look. No, Openshaw offensive board. In the paint, trying to go up. No, fouled. This will go on Abdushev. This will be, I believe, his second as well. 4th team foul on LCA. Abdushev gonna have to come off the floor here as they'll bring Aguabor back in and Solarski after this first free throw from Will Openshaw. Have Will with just 4 points tonight. Mentioned averages 14 coming into this one. Is that free throw too strong? Substitutions now coming on for Coach Stanley. Openshaw had a pair of buckets in that first quarter. Oh, 0 for 2 there on the trip. And a foul. Contact here by Cleveland. LCA will inbound baseline. In the corner. And just dribbling out, and a foul called here on Openshaw. It'll be his first. Couple quick fouls here on Timpview. They're now up to 3 team fouls. Coming around a couple screens, the pull-up 3, no. Tapped over, and that shot would not go on the second opportunity there by Morrisevich. Got caught a little deep. This one lost. Solarski gives back. The 3-point try rattled out. Offensive board captured by Janicic. Omar trying to drive here on Ruckert. Dean with the denial to the floor, and a timeout taken by Timpview. What a closeout there by Ruckert to get the block. And then to get the possession back here. Timeout T-Birds. 3:06 left here in our third quarter on KSL Sports Rewind's Game of the Week.
One of those long days working on your feet? Turn your aching feet to happy feet at Salt Lake Running Company. Our award-winning trained staff will provide a custom shoe fitting that will help you find the shoes, inserts, and socks that will make your workday the best it can be. Locally owned and operated for 30 years, SLRC offers rewards, training groups, races, and free community events. Visit us in-store or online today at slrc.com. Your work feet and workout life will get a boost.
Welcome back. I want to remind you KSL Sports Rewind's Game of the Week is brought to you by Tab Bank, home of the Tab Spend Rewards checking account with a 2.75% annual percentage yield on your account balance and 1% cash back on eligible purchases. It's a big deal at Tab Bank, member FDIC. Also want to thank Wadop's Insurance Agency. While we all love spending time supporting our high school teams, Wadop's Insurance Agency is the team that will support and help protect you. Whether it's your business, home, rental properties, cars, or recreational vehicles, Wadop's Insurance Agency is the local insurance pro you can count on. Call or text us at 801-683-3663 to evaluate your insurance program. Timpview basketball. Giving back here to Ford. Good defense there by Morsevich. And that one knocked away. Numbers for LCA as Morsevich will take the lay-in. Ruckert. Skipped over here to Palmer. Here's Dean. Trying to drive here on Zabuda. Count the bucket. Dean Ruckert, what a take for him. Despite the contact, able to finish that. A chance here for a three-point play as Zabuda called for his first. Jackson Ford checking in, as does Taj Taylor. This Timpview team had a double-digit lead in that first half. Led by 7 at the half as, boy, Ruckert, that one rimmed out on. Timpview's had big first halves this year. Usually they've created a significant lead that they're able to comfortably hold on to in the second half. LCA's been able to chip into that, got to as close as 2. Solarski worked back over, open look at a 3 and hits it. Zabuda with the 3 for LCA. It is back to a one-possession game. Dean trying to answer, won't go. Rebound brought down by Janicic. LCA on the run. Nicola looking for help. That pass off the mark. Running down. Jackson Ford able to corral it, and he stepped out of bounds. Probably could have let that go out. Trying to take advantage of being first down the floor, but could not stay in play. It'll go back to LCA here with 90 seconds left in the quarter. Pair of threes for LCA in this third quarter. Their first of the game did not hit a 3 in that opening half as Gabe inside, able to score off the window. It's been cut to 1. Jackson Ford gonna try to drive, kicks out Cleveland, and a foul called. It'll be 2 shots here for Cooper Cleveland as Janicic called for the personal. Cleveland hit a pair of free throws back in the opening quarter for Timpview. And a bucket in the second as he misses this first one. It's the second, back to a 2-point game. LCA can tie or take the lead on this possession. Trailed by as many as 11, I believe. Solarski works over, out of the corner. It's Janicic for 3, 42-41 LCA. The students here in attendance hollering for their Eagles. Jackson Ford kicks out to Openshaw. His 3 is good. Timpview with the answer for one of their senior studs. The first 3 of the game for Will Openshaw. Our clock's just a little ahead as this pass sets up the 3 and a foul called on Ruckert. Will send Morisevich to the free throw line to shoot 3 with 6.8 seconds left here in the third. mentioned, I felt like that first half just felt like LCA was a little out of rhythm. Boy, this is the team that we've kind of seen a couple times here this year. Is that first free throw short for Morasevich. 3 threes in this third quarter for LCA have helped them to claw back in this one. To make that one. Timpview's hit 6 threes. Meanwhile, there's one more here for Morasevich to tie it up. Oh, the home rim wouldn't give it to him. Rebounded by Timpview. And Taylor gets it away, is just long. We got ourselves a ball game, 44-43, Timpview leading LCA as we head to the fourth quarter when we come back.
To dare mighty things means to embrace challenges. It means to welcome a high-energy culture that prioritizes belonging. To dare mighty things means drawing inspiration from experienced faculty and alums who encourage you to think big. It means to be a part of time-honored traditions while also forging new ones. To dare mighty things means celebrating your achievements with pride and joy, knowing you can make a difference by daring to be great. Join us at the Huntsman School of Business, where we dare mighty things. That's the Huntsman difference.
With a tab spend checking account, you earn big rewards. It's hard to not make a scene.
Cash or card?
Oh, my card's right here.
That's a big card.
You should see how much it's earned me. Sorry, Grandma. Tab Spend isn't just another checking account. It's packed with benefits.
How do I get one?
Just scan this QR code or go to tabbank.com. It's all online and super easy to get started.
Start of our fourth quarter. A 16-10 third for LCA has helped them get to a 1-point deficit. Talk about this Timpview team, 16-1. Mentioned they've had strong first halves in most of their games this year. They had one again here tonight. Can they grind one out against a very, very tough LCA team? Solarski looks this over. Drive here by Zabuda is denied. How about that by Palmer? And they reset the shot clock. I don't know that they should have. Yeah, so they're going to put, I think, 11 on the shot clock. And it will stay here with LCA. That ball hit the backboard, but not the rim. So good catch there by the officials. And, of course, because of the first possession of this fourth quarter, very easy to get the time right on that shot clock. Solarski here looking to drive. Nice defensive play there by Holcomb. Kicks out Abdushev for 3. I didn't know he had that in his game. Roman Abdushev knocking down his first 3. He's got 11. Holcomb trying to drive down the middle. That shot was short. A rebound to Zabuda. LCA feels like they found kind of the rhythm here in this second half. Solarski comes near side. Janicic driving, denied by Rukert. Boy, he's got, what, 3 of those tonight? They hand back to Dean, and he's fouled here. This is well before the shot. It's hard for me to see the number there. Gonna guess on Janicic, but I'm not quite certain. Rukert off the handoff. He'll pull from 15. Yep. Unofficially, Dean with 20 tonight. Leads all scorers. Solarski Off the screen, gives back to Abdishev. Denied by Openshaw. Here's Holcomb. Going to the rim, won't go. Rebound by Dalgard. And double dribble. Back to Timpview it goes. 6:11 left as Cooper Cleveland gonna check back in here for Coach Kitchen and the T-Birds. Ford trying to shake it. Cleveland will collect. Tied up at 46. 6 to play in regulation. Ford gives back here to Ruckert. Dean lost it. Abdishev. Open look for three. Wouldn't go. Rimmed out. Abdishev with an offensive board. Trying on Openshaw. Roman Abdishev. He's got 13. And Solarski just missed that steal. Palmer gives to Ruckert. Nice recovery there by Zabuda. Ford. Trying to drive there on Dalgard. Kept here by Ruckert. Shot clock inside 10. Dean for three. No. A rebound to Zabuda. He was the only one in the lane for either side. Solarski getting across the timeline, and a timeout taken here by LCA. Eagles with a 48-46 lead. We'll step aside, be back. You're watching KSL Sports Rewind's Game of the Week. Welcome back, 5 to go here in regulation. LCA with a 2-point lead here. And the basketball. Timpview, 2-on-1, Ford sent it over and out of play. It'll stay here. Heady play there by Cooper Cleveland. Substitution here for the Eagles. Morsevich back on the floor. Openshaw, oh goodness! Count the bucket for Will Openshaw as a blocking foul called here. That will count, and Openshaw cleared for flight for the T-Birds. I mean, maybe a candidate for a dunk of the year thus far. That was impressive as Openshaw free throw won't go. Rebound to LCA. Solarski terminated, looking for help. That deflected and gathered by Palmer, and now fouled. This on Nicola. Our apologies, there's 4:25 to go here. Here's Ruckert. And a traveling violation just that little bump in the lane disrupted the timing on that. Had to regather it. Timpview turning it over here again, 4:15 in regulation. Roman Abdishev with 13. He had 13 in their win against Judge. His season high is 22. His 13 tonight, tied for his second best performance with that game against Judge, which was just last week. So he's playing maybe his best offensive ball of the year. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Solarski gives back over. Nice two-man game there for LCA as Aguabor with his first bucket gives the lead back here to Layton Christian. Jackson Ford. Here's Ruckert. Open shot, trying to post up. He's got it now. Aguabor not going to be able to win a lot of positioning on him. Open shot handing off to Dean. And we've got, that's hand on the basketball by Aguabor. That'll burn the arrow, keep it here with Timpview. Nice defensive play there by the junior. Dalgard checking back in. And gonna have a hold here, I believe. Aguabor. Hey, how about that? He's right on that one. Dean, the official, seeing things the same way. That's scary for the state. 50-48. Kicked out. Drive by Cleveland. Hands over. Ford. Send back up. And foul here. You can see that one coming, just plow through the screen. Marcevich called, and that's the 5th team foul on LCA. Timpview will be shooting free throws the rest of the way as Timpview does not have a foul here in this second half, or in this fourth quarter, so they can still be quite aggressive defensively as Cleveland misses the first, has one more here. A substitution, Janicic back on here for LCA. We'll hit the second. Cleveland unofficially with 6. Abdishev handing off and a foul called here. This will go on Cleveland. The 3rd on Cooper. No one in real foul trouble for Timpview. Ruckert defending and gonna have a foul here away from the ball. This will go on Cleveland. So he just picked up a pair. That, I think, they've got his 5th. Cooper Cleveland is just fouled out. My apologies, I had missed one from earlier. So his night complete, finishes with unofficially 6 points. Right back to the inbound. Solarski able to score it for LCA. He's now in double figures. Ford going right to the rim, wouldn't go. The rebound brought down there by Zabuda. Looking for the outlet, over to Gabe. And is fouled. Gabe Solarski will head to the line as Ruckert calls for his 3rd, I believe. I mentioned Timpview had not fouled in this fourth quarter. They've just picked up their 3rd team foul, so just 1 to give for Timpview. For the remainder of this 2.5 to go is waiting on a towel. I'll mop up some perspiration, got that good to go. Two free throws for Gabe. Dalgard checks back in. Solarski makes them both. Omar gonna check in here for LCA. Gabe will get a break here. Good welcoming on that bench, including from the young man. You can tell Gabe fired up, plays with a lot of emotion, a lot of energy. He's got that dialed in here. It has helped bring LCA back from an 11-point deficit to a 5-point lead here. 2:20 to go. Ford gives to Ruckert. He'll take the shot and hits it. Dean Ruckert for three, and a Timpview timeout as it's back to a 2-point ball game. 23 for Dean, and we'll be back here on KSLSports.com.
Welcome back to the UCCU Savings Spotlight.
Today's play of the day goes to Becky, a single mom who just got her son Max a youth debit card from UCCU.
This is a big win for Max, who knows that UCCU mobile banking makes it easy for his mom to add money to his debit card anytime.
It's also a big win for Becky, who knows it also makes it easy to monitor her child's spending anytime. Final score, 1 happy son, 1 responsible mom.
With the assist from UCCU.
One of those long days working on your feet? Turn your aching feet to happy feet at Salt Lake Running Company. Our award-winning trained staff will provide a custom shoe fitting that will help you find the shoes, inserts, and socks that will make your workday the best it can be. Locally owned and operated for 30 years, SLRC offers rewards, training groups, races, and free community events. Visit us in-store or online today at slrc.com. Your work feet and workout life will get a boost.
Approaching 2 to play here in regulation. LCA leading Timpview 54-52. Big night for Dean Ruckert, has the 23. By my count, no one else in double figures for Timpview. Meanwhile, the balance is there for LCA offensively as Timpview trying to trap here. Abdashev and Solarski both in double figures. 6 different scores for LCA tonight. Is a foul called here? Yep. Foul going to be called on Ford. And mention of those 6 scores, 5 of them have at least 6 points tonight. As Solarski back to his feet. That was the last foul to give for Timpview. So now both teams will be shooting free throws for the remainder of this contest. Gabe defended by Taylor. Zabuda trying to thread that needle, intercepted by Ford, trying to save it, and it got a timeout taken. Timeout taken here by Timpview to save the possession. Heck of a defensive play by Jackson Ford. Timpview will have it. After this timeout, we're going to stay here. We want to thank our sponsors who make our coverage possible here on KSL Sports Rewind, including Waddup's Insurance Agency. While we all love spending time supporting our high school teams, Waddup's Insurance Agency is the team that will support and help protect you. Whether it's your business, home, rental properties, cars, or recreational vehicles, Waddup's Insurance Agency is the local insurance pro you can count on. Call or text us at 801-683-3663 to evaluate your insurance program with Waddup's Insurance Agency. Of course, I want to remind you, you can join me throughout the week as we'll have our fast break videos. Every weekend we'll have our starting 5 as we talk about players' performances from across the state. You'll be sure to hear about this one on those 2 videos. We've had some great performances in this battle. But kind of tale of 2 halves here. You trying to pick up what would be a great road win. As Ruckert looked over to Ford. Here's Openshaw on the block. Abdashev really not conceding much ground. Tough left-handed shot there for Openshaw, won't go, and LCA gets the board. 80 seconds to go. Timeout taken here by LCA. We're going to take this one with them. Full timeout. We'll be back. LCA basketball leading by 2. Eagles basketball. Timpview. We see them coming up to pressure very quickly. Trying to get that ball movement, maybe get a possession back here. Shot clock down to a 10. Solarski off the screen. Gets the switch, working. Hands over to Abdishev. No, got his own miss. Reverse won't go and he's fouled. Boy, Abdishev continues to be aggressive inside. Love the take from him, sticking with it, getting that ball back as Palmer called here for his third. And it'll be Abdishev here to the line, shooting a pair. Trying to push this lead back to 2 possession for the Eagles. That's the Jim. Draws silent. Good on the first. No. Rebound to Ruckert. 1 possession game. Inside 50 seconds to go. Jackson, hands off. Ruckert will take the 3 for the tie, and he's fouled. Dean Ruckert will head to the line to take 3 to try to tie it up. Coach Stanley having a conversation with the official. Saw that one differently. Dean here. Very accustomed getting to the lines. The first one left it short. There's 35 seconds on the clock. So Timpview not assured any more possessions in this game. Cannot tie here on this trip as Ruckert makes the second. Well, imagine they'll probably pressure until LCA gets that ball in the front court. We'll see what Coach Kitchen elects to do as Lincoln Holcomb stepping to the table. Ruckert hits that one, 1-point game. As Timpview here gonna full court. Solarski. Got to get it across. Boy, just did. And now they will foul. This will be Janicic walking to the line, one of the better free throw shooters for this LCA team. He'll take a pair. Janicic, chance to make it 3 again here with a pair. Long on the first. Second here for Nicola. Nope. Rebound to Ruckert. Timpview will have an opportunity. Here's Dean. In the corner, takes the 3, no. Loose ball tracked down by Openshaw, and a timeout taken with 6.3 seconds left. This will be a full timeout. We will take it with them. Don't go anywhere. Timpview looking for a road win. They'll have a shot after this. A look there at the Timpview huddle. 6.3 seconds to go. Timpview basketball. They'll be inbounding baseline. And Dean Ruckert unofficially with 25 in this contest. Would imagine that the ball's going to find 32. What do they do with it? You don't need a three. You can drive. We've seen these officials let this game play itself out. There's been physicality tonight. They've let that play through. Can LCA get one final defensive stop? The Eagles trailed by 11. They've come back to lead by as many as 5. Timpview, it'll be Ford here to inbound baseline. Openshaw and Ruckert both along the post. Got to go somewhere else. Gets the shot up and scores! Oh, it's Lincoln Holcomb, who's had a quote-unquote quiet night with just 6 points. He had the 23 in the win over Maple Mountain. You could tell they were denying Openshaw and Ruckert the basketball. Holcomb works around that screen, found soft space, and for LCA, they're just trying to stay vertical. You don't want to foul, send to the line. And Holcomb, despite the contact, somehow gets a shot up that goes in with 4 seconds left. LCA now will take a timeout. And for the Eagles, they'll have to go the length of the floor to try to get a shot away. Now, again, both these two teams over the limit. So no foul here by Timpview. So you got to defend without giving an easy look. You also can't be too aggressive and foul to send to the line here in a 1-point game. We've talked about where does Timpview go on that last possession. They went somewhere else than we were thinking. Tip of the cap to Coach Kitchen. If you're LCA, Roman Abdishev has been great tonight. Gabe Solarski has been good as well. We've seen Morasevich, Zabuda, Janicic all hit threes. And those will be the young men on the floor. Omar's checked in here as well for this late game play for LCA. Trying to defend the nest. Solarski will come back to inbound. They'll get it up. Zabuda will have a look, and he scores at the horn. Amilis Zabuda, count the bucket. What an effort tonight by these two teams. Timpview, boy, they'll walk away disappointed. Thought they had this one. Amilis Zabuda, the senior, averages just 6 a game, finishes with 5, including the game winner that came off his fingers with less than a second to go as LCA upends Timpview at the buzzer. 57-56. What a game. We talked about we wanted this one tonight. We thought it'd be so competitive. It was. Folks, this Timpview team, you can tell the disappointment as they head off the floor. Just their second loss of the year, but man, they played tough. They had themselves a heck of a lead in the first half and at the break. How about the resolve and resilience of LCA to not give in? They came back, led by 5, and despite Timpview's best efforts, it required late game heroics. I love the play. Solarski coming back to inbound. The pass to half court for Zabuda and Amilis. A couple dribbles right to the rack as LCA gets the win. 57-56 your final score. Layton Christian over Timpview. For Vince Francis, my name is Dane Stewart. Thank you for joining us here on KSL Sports Rewind's Game of the Week, presented by Tab Bank on KSLSports.com.